Station. Hi guys, it's Ben here from T-Rex Space Station. How's everyone doing? This is going to be a video response to Novabug, or Chris, who started a fantastic new series called the Friday Foursome. And this is kind of the first of this series. It's got quite a sexy name, hasn't it? And I think the kind of idea is that people will do video responses to his question, and then the top 3 responses, something like that, will get featured on his channel. I'm not sure, but it looks like a lot of fun. And the idea of the Friday Foursome is that you pick 4 answers to the questions. And so he's asked, what are your 4 most favourite video game controllers? I thought this was a really fun question, and so I'm going to give you my answers. I've tried to pick a kind of good spread here of different systems and different time zones. Starting off though is the joystick to the Atari 2600. Why would I choose this as one of my favourite controllers? Well, first and foremost, it is so simplistic. It's amazingly simplistic. It's just one button. I mean, I love that. That's what I love about the Atari 2600. You plug the thing in and you just get going and you have fun. All you need to do is have one button, shoot. Why do I need anything else? Well, I guess technically it could be multiple things like go or, you know, other stuff, but yeah, I just like to sit there, play Galaxian and be like, and just hammer that damn button. You can't miss it. There's just one there. I guess the only downside, or one of the downsides of the Atari 2600 controller being all one buttony, is that sometimes you get a bit of thumb cramp, like kind of holding it like this and jabbing it, like because there's only one button, you're gonna kind of be straining the one digit, which is always the thumb. But I don't care about that. You can train your thumb to be resistant. God, I've got thumbs of steel. Anyway, yes, that's my first pick. Next up then, this is probably a controversial one. Well, I'm not sure, it might be. It's a Nintendo 64 controller. Well, not just any, but my special edition Pokemon Nintendo 64 controller. I wasn't big into Nintendo 64 when I was younger. I was a PS2 guy, and the DualShock is a cool controller, but Novabug's already picked that, and I don't want to just mimic him. So, yes, I think this is a very cool controller, first and foremost because it's really unique in its design. It's not really like anything else. I thought it was very cool, and it was very distinctive when compared to the PlayStation 1 counterpart. I kind of like that you can put different add-ons here, like a memory pack or the vibration thing, and those add a bit more weight. But I just feel it's very ergonomic. It fits in the hand well. I like the Z button. The Z button is one of my favourite buttons ever. That's a very weird thing. Does anyone have favourite buttons? And the shoulder buttons just fit in your hand really well. I like the fact that you can use it in lots of different ways. You know, you could hold it like this if you wanted 2 D-pads. And I really like the kind of analog thing in the middle as well. I mean, the only problem with these is that a lot of the time that gets completely fucked up. And if you buy them online, you'll find those knackered. But if you've got a nice, fresh, crisp one that's been well preserved, it just handles really well. And it's just a nice thing to fit in the hands. And I just associate it with playing multiplayer Quake and multiplayer GoldenEye. And, you know, using the C buttons to strafe and the analog to aim. And I just think it's a very cool controller with a lot of different adaptability and different things you can do with it. Next up then, more modern one, Xbox 360 controller. Again, I was always PlayStation, never had an Xbox, and then I got a 360 kind of more late on, and it took me a long time to learn how to use the bloody controllers for the system. But once I got used to it, I came to really appreciate the 360 controller. It's chunky and it fits in the palm, in the hands really well. The buttons are quite nice as well. They kind of stick out from the pad, and the analog sticks just kind of contoured to fit into your thumb grip. And I've just come to love these controllers and use them loads and loads, and I guess I've spent many hours playing Xbox games using them, and I've come to like them for that reason. I also use USB ones to play my indie games and things on Steam, and I just find that it's just a great feel. It's chunky, and I kind of like the weightiness of it in my hands, and I suppose that's one of the things that, yeah, draw me to it. It's the fact that it just feels sort of substantive and chunky. Is that any reason to pick a pad? Chunkiness? Well, whatever, I've done it. Last, but certainly not least. Dun dun dun! Is that erotic? That looks kind of sexy, doesn't it? Hello there. I'll stop doing that. I had to pick my PlayStation 2 Guitar Hero controller with custom stickers to make it even more badass than it was before. I really wanted one of these for a long time. My friends all had them before I did, and this arrived at Christmas. It makes a lovely squishy sound when you press the buttons. Can you hear that? And then there's this kind of shredding sound when you're... I've got good palm action there, haven't I? When you're clicking along. And, you know, what other controller can you just be like... I'm just demonstrating this in a really weird way rather than doing anything else. Do I have to say much about this controller? It's epic. The game concept was amazing. I loved playing Guitar Hero, and it was just such a cool concept, and everybody wanted one of these. I know that things have moved on and you can get, like, you know, drum kits and shit and microphones. I don't care about that. I just want to sit here clicking away with my clicky little cool color coordinated Guitar Hero controller. This is just a piece of badass equipment. Everybody wants to, you know, have play air guitar in front of a mirror. This allowed you to actually have something and pretend to be a rock god. Not that I'm far off in real life. But, you know, it's just cool. And, yeah, that's my 4. Please check out Novabug's original video if you haven't, and take part. Do a video response. You never know. You'll get featured on his page, and you may end up being featured in his end of What's It video. Okay, take care, guys, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye!